have my box of sadness. Hello everyone, today I'm going to switch things up a little bit and film a video that I'm honestly not very excited to film. I know this sounds brutal, but honestly, like, oh, I just realized I forgot to turn on my lights. It's better. Okay, yeah, honestly, I've been putting off filming this video for a while. I'm just getting throwbacks to that terrible setting mist with the black dots all over my face. I literally got a straight arm right now. You see that? You know the one. So today's video is a full face of makeup that I dislike. And disclaimer, obviously everything is personal preference, and I'll talk about each product and why it's not really like, you know, my favorite. It may work for you and just not work for me. Please don't hate on me for my opinions because shit's about to get real. First, actually, I'm going to put on something I don't hate because people have been asking me what I think of the Henriksen Phat Glow Facial, and I have worn it in a vlog and talked about it a couple of times in there, but I haven't talked about it on my main channel, so I'm gonna apply it and just show you guys the before and after of my skin. So obviously this is my before. This mask is amazing. I'm gonna say that straight away. Like, I've been loving it and it smells so good. If you guys know, like, the scent of all Henriksen products, it smells like sugary, like, goodness. I don't even know. My hair's wet too, so I might go blow dry my hair in a moment, but when you first apply this, it looks like a pink kind of color. And then you just keep blending it in, like massaging it in with your fingers until it turns white. See this? It's kind of cool. So just keep massaging it, and I love this because you can use it and it does not negatively affect your skin whatsoever. So you can put it on before your makeup, you can wear it last thing at night, like whatever suits you. You don't get any like massive redness or anything when you take it off. It's so gentle and it makes like an instant difference. It makes my skin feel like plump and make it look so glowy. Like, I'm obsessed. I've been using it maybe like 1 to 2 times a week, and I really like it because it's quick. I don't know, like sometimes I just get lazy to use certain masks that I know are going to take a while, or like clay masks that can be like harder to remove. This one's like way easier to remove, so it's just like simple, and I don't know, I just love it. It gives me a very similar effect as using like a clay mask because it's like super brightening and it just kind of like gets rid of all the dead skin off the surface. So yeah, and you can see when you go like this, it's really sticky. This is not sponsored or anything, by the way. I just really love it. But you leave it on for 15 minutes. You can just get it off Sephora, by the way. It's pretty expensive, but I genuinely like love it. You get 50 mils as well, so it should last you quite a decent amount of time. I'm gonna come back in 15 minutes and we are going to put on shit makeup. Woo, I'm so excited. I'm back. Okay, so this is my skin directly afterwards with zero product on. Like, I haven't put serum, moisturizer, or anything. I don't know if you can see the difference if you rewind back to the start, but my skin's just way more glowy, and the feeling of it, like, it physically feels, wow, it feels so soft and just plump. Like, your skin feels plump. It's amazing. So really nice before makeup, or just whenever you need like a little boost. This is my Okana night moisturizer, but I love it in the day too because it's just like more intense. So I'm just gonna apply that, and then we can start with the makeup. I have my box of sadness. I'm going to use as much as I can. I just popped on some earrings as well because I'm just trying to make myself feel a little bit pretty before I feel really, really not pretty. And I don't know if I have every product here, and also, like, you know, due to the nature of my job, I literally review hundreds of products a year. Some of these products I put in the drawer for a reason and I can't remember why. So I guess we're just gonna find out when we apply them now. Some of them I know exactly why I hate them. Others, like, who knows, maybe I'll end up trying stuff that I thought I hated and realize that, you know, they're not that bad. And hate's a strong word for some of these. Some of these are not hates. They're just kind of like not the best. Or like, to me, just pointless. Like this one, I just don't understand what the point of it is. So I love MAC cushion products. You guys know this is the Strobe Tone Up Cushion SPF 50, which is amazing. SPF 50, like perfect for the daytime. I just don't get it. It's in the shade Pinklite, and the packaging is really, really cute. It looks like this. So I've got my Flawless Finish sponge here, and basically, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like some kind of like brightening primer product. I don't know. I'm going to apply this first, and as you can see, it's like pink. And it just doesn't really blend very well either. This is like not like a solid, just like, I hate this so much. It's more just pointless to me. I just don't get it. Okay, the other primer I have, like, let me just finish blending this out on my face. The other one is this solid, like, absolutely hate it. And I love so many Smashbox products, I really do. Like, I love a lot of their foundations and all sorts of stuff, but There are a couple of Smashbox products right here. Can I just say though, this primer, like the MAC one, it leaves the most beautiful finish on my skin. It looks so glowy and amazing. Just the color is so weird. I just don't get it. I look kind of like sick. Sick, but glowing. Anyway, this Smashbox primer, you guys saw this in a couple of videos. I did use it in my, I think it was my random numbers pick my makeup. I'll link it below, and I put it in there just for some fun. Course, the random number picked this. Even just like what is happening on the actual like spout? Can you see this? Like it looks diseased. This entire like primer is just like a horror movie. It's called the Even Skin Tone. When I used it in a full face first impression, like I just couldn't figure out why my foundation was just separating all over the place. It just wasn't settling nice on my skin whatsoever. And honestly, like I think this is the culprit. It kind of feels like something like Professional by Benefit, like that kind of pore filling primer. It just doesn't really like go into my skin, it just like smears. And this, like, you know, I've used it on bare skin and I've used it on top of moisturized skin. I've now using it on top of a different primer. It just doesn't matter, it just sits horribly on my skin. It does not mesh well. If you don't like people being dramatic, by the way, don't watch this video because I'm gonna be dramatic. The foundation, like, you know what, I can't actually remember much of what I thought of this. I love Tarte foundations. You know me. I love their Amazonian clay one, the Rainforest of the Sea, but this one, the Shape Tape matte foundation, like straight off the bat, I just don't like matte, so for me personally, it's just not a good mix. A lot of you guys may love this, which is totally fine because Tarte's actually like amazing. Just like Smashbox is amazing, and I love other Smashbox primers. Just that one in particular is not for me. This foundation in particular obviously wasn't for me. I can't even remember what I thought of it, but we're about to like find out, I suppose. Hopefully this matches me because I've got zero fake tan on. Yeah, that's gonna be too dark, but this is the shade Light Neutral. And I'm gonna blend this out all over my face. Let's blend it out. It smells really good. It's got like a foundation smell, like it's not even like scented like anything in particular, but I just love the smell of like some foundations. It's really weird. Oh look at that. This is like the first foundation that hasn't separated on top of the Smashbox primer. Oh my god. Kind of a win, I guess. Every other foundation I've put on top of that Smashbox primer is just like separated like no other. It just does not mesh with like the foundations I like, I guess. Whereas this matte one, it works, but it's just not gonna be my cup of tea at all. I do find this foundation a little bit patchy as well. Like as I blend, like I just feel like, I don't know, it's just not very consistent. I don't know what it is. It won't help that the color is completely wrong for me right now. I'm actually, by the way, trying to do my makeup nicely. I'm not just taking the piss and gonna like do clown makeup. Like I'm actually trying to make it work. Yeah, so even like now, like as soon as I do like a little wiping motion instead of a pat, my foundation just like smears off. Like there's just no kind of like grip or staying power with the primer. Look, it takes so long to blend the foundation out on top of because it just keeps moving. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of the Shape Tape foundation just like down here because like I'm so pasty white. The other one's a darker shade, and this is definitely oxidizing a little bit. It's going a little bit orange, so that's probably another reason why I didn't really like it that much. I just stabbed myself in the eye. Concealer, back to Smashbox. You guys remember this one? Just like, I have like flashbacks of that moment when I put this on. It looks so orange. I don't really like the finish that much. I feel like it oxidized so much. Honestly, it was like oxidizing like crazy. This is the Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer. Some people loved this, and then other people commented on my video saying the same thing happened to them. This is in the shade Fair Warm, and it just looks like a really lovely light color, and it feels so good when you first put it on, but honestly, like, I don't know what it is, but it's just a no from me. And I love the Studio Skin Foundation by Smashbox. It's actually one of the best like long wear foundations I've ever used. This concealer is just nut. And the coverage just isn't even good either. At least this like actually matches my current complexion. Like under my eyes it looks really dry as well for some reason. I don't know if I got dodgy ones, but like it just doesn't really sit nicely on myself. And I'm not even gonna put on the darker color on my cheeks because it literally just went bright orange on me. It just oxidized terribly. The light one's not so bad, but like, yeah, the darker one, it was just not a good time. Next up, let's go into this product. This is the Aqua Glow Perfecting Bronzer by Stila. I'm sure I bought this when I went to the States, like, I don't know, like a year or a couple of years ago. And I've just been waiting to film this video. It looks like this. It reminds me of Do the Hula by Benefit, except I actually love Do the Hula. This one, no. I'm going to take a little bit and try to apply it nicely, but from memory, like it just looked like a stained, weird mess. The color itself is just not really that good for me, and I feel like if you have darker skin than me it's gonna be even worse because like it just disappears. It's like a really sheer lightweight kind of liquid bronzer, but it just doesn't even do enough. I'm gonna apply a few layers of it to see if I can make it work, but even if I can make it work this time, like it's just too much effort. It's almost too much of like a bright red color as well. It looks kind of okay on camera, I don't know, but in real life like it just looks a bit patchy. It seems to kind of remove a bit of the foundation underneath, and it's just not the most flattering color, and that's coming from me when I love warm bronzers. Like, you guys know me, like Color Caramel is like one of my favorites right now. I don't know, it's just, I don't like it that much. It almost looks like I'm blushing and sunburnt. Like, if you like the sunburnt look, you might like it. So yeah, that was definitely a disappointment from me. Once again, coming from a massive Stila fan, I love Stila products so much, so I was really sad about that. But hey, not every product works for every person. There's probably people out here that love these products I'm using right now, and they're like their holy grails, and they're just sitting there like angry at me right now. Everything on my face just looks a bit muddy and just average. Like, it's just not as flawless as normal. It's definitely not like the, you know, ugliest thing that's ever happened, but compared to like a normal routine for me, like, I'm just like, I don't know, you can kind of see the edges of this product too. But hey, we're about to get much worse. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna use a couple of different powders. Let's use this one as the eyes. Okay, so this one is terrible because honestly it's just so grossly overpriced for the amount of product you get as well. This is 2.4 grams. At least the Kylie one you get 10 grams. 2.4 grams, and it is so expensive. I'm sure I purchased this for like my video where I did the most expensive items at Mecca, or it was something to that effect. But you get this tiny pathetic excuse of a tiny, it's like as big as a MAC pigment, like come on. And it's supposed to go through this into this brush, which doesn't even work like at all. So I'm gonna take whatever's in this bit, I'm gonna like donate the rest of this product to someone else to enjoy, hopefully. I just don't think it's worth the money. Like, it's not even like crap, it's just so overpriced, and like I just don't even want to use it on my channel because I don't want to encourage anyone to pay this much for this product. Like, I'm all about like investing in things if they're actually worth it. Like, there are so many luxury products that are just like amazing, and if you have the money, they're amazing to have, you know, an experience. Like the Galan Meteorites primer, like I love that. Like, it's such a beautiful glowing primer, but it's so expensive. But you know, like, at least it's like amazing, whereas this is just like a powder, and it's not that different from a lot of other things I've tried. Can you see how dark my under eyes still are, by the way? Like, that concealer did nothing. It just lightened the area. Anyway, I just don't get it. I don't get this. Like, why would anyone pay this much for that much product as well? Like, it's so offensive. Like, at least give us like a decent amount of powder. Like, why would you charge that much and give us like, it's so bad. Like, it's really finely milled, so it's not sinking too much, but I'm just like, eh. I just freaking tipped like the smallest amount over and I want to cry because I just wasted like $15 of powder. That's money down the drain right there. Once again, if you don't like me being dramatic, you're watching the wrong video. Alright, on the rest of my face, put aside the Kylie powders. I just didn't like them. They made me look chalky, dusty, chunky, just all of those things I don't like. And I'm, quick disclaimer, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of loose powders as it is, but I do like some loose powders. I like Too Faced loose powders a lot. So recently I did a whole video about Kylie's birthday collection, and she launched the loose illuminating powder, and it turns out it's meant to be used all over your face. It's got glitter in it. I also tried these ages ago. I've got beige and yellow. They're just like the matte versions, but I thought for fun would try the illuminating one because I didn't use it properly in that video. Let's try it properly in this video. In that video it looked orange. Can you see that color? Like, how's that gonna work for me? I guess we will find out. So I've just put it on a big powder brush. I'm just going to pop it all over my skin and buff it out. Oh my god, you can see like where it's just like stuck to one area. Hopefully it blends out well. I remember saying that if I put this all over my face I would look like a Cheeto, and I feel like that's where this is heading. I'm using the smallest dusting as well. I don't even have much on my brush at all, and it's just clinging and I look muddy. And if you look up close, like, you're not gonna be able to see through the camera, but I have a little gold, oh, you can see them. Look at that. Why would you want gold glitters all over your face? Riddle me this. That's literally like a fake tan color for me. It doesn't seem to lose dry and dusty as like these ones did, which is nice, but I just don't like the glittery look. I don't like the color. Like, I just don't understand why you would launch a product like this, like, that's only going to match such a small amount of people. It's not like a universal kind of color at all. Then I also have the Kylie setting spray, which I think I used in the same video, and it just stinks. I just don't like the smell. It's like rose, but it's like toxic. Like, it smells toxic. It smells like something you should be cleaning your shower with or something. It's just such an intense sprayer too. Like, even on my hand, I spray it once and I feel like globs. I usually use setting spray after my powders, especially loose powders, just to soak in the excess. Whew, that's strong. No, you know what it smells like? It smells like Avon baby powder. Like, remember those powders that your grandma would get in like the tall canister? That's what this smells like to me. It's not a fond memory because I used to hate that stuff too. Alright, moving along. Might as well get the other Kylie products out of the way. So I used her brow products and like they weren't terrible, but it's just like, once again, it's just something that is so meh to me. And I like a lot of Kylie products. In fact, the last Kylie video I did, I liked almost everything. I've got a stinging sensation on my face right now. That setting spray is like irritating my skin. Like it feels itchy and stingy. Gave a really nice finish all over my skin. Like I look glowy now. So I really like that about it, but it's just, there's a lot of cons that outweigh the great. Okay, I'm gonna use this little brush that I found in my drawer because I can't find my eyebrow groomer brush, but it looks like a good brush. I don't know where it came from. I'm just gonna brush up my eyebrow here, so I'll zoom you in a little bit. So this here is the Cool Brown Eyebrow Gel. This almost feels like a wax or something, like it feels very slippery. I don't know how to describe it. It's a very unique texture. You know, for beginners it could be really good because it's not like ridiculously pigmented or anything, so you can like layer it up a little bit. But if I compare this product to my Benefit or what else, like my Urban Decay brow products, anything like that, like I just don't like it as much. Once again, like it's actually not like shit. It's not terrible, but it's just not up to par with some of my other stuff I do have. I feel like I'm making it work. It's still a little bit patchy though, like I don't know, you have to be careful with it because it just seems to like smear off, like even when I just like brushed it out with my brush, like kind of to be real gentle compared to normal, because brushing it out doesn't give it like a natural effect, it just kind of like moves the product and creates like new streaks. I just think there's so many better brow products out there, and for even like a better price, like even the Covergirl pomade's like so much cheaper and works so well. This one here I remember hating. This is the Kybrow, and it was just so like chunky. If you compare it to the Benefit one, like it goes on, but it just up close looks so chalky. Just using my dual ended petal brush by Exo Beauty. Look, you can even see like just when I start to try and blend it, like it just goes so patchy. It starts out alright, and then the more you blend it, it just starts like gripping onto certain areas and just doesn't look as smooth as I would like. I think you get a better outcome using just a normal concealer that you love and just using that. I don't know, it just shows all the texture on my eyelids, which I don't like because I already have like a lot of texture on my eyelids. Like my eyelids are just saggy and weird, and so anything that makes that skin texture look even more obvious is just not a good thing to me. Something like this on my eye area is just gonna make everything look patchier and just doesn't give as sharp a line either as if I wear an actual concealer under my eyebrows. So the products are like workable, just not the best either. Next up I have this Urban Decay Backtalk palette, which I was so excited for at first. I love Urban Decay eyeshadows. The actual quality of these is not bad. It's actually just more like the execution of the palette, the color selection and everything. So it's got a removable mirror out the middle. And then you have these eyeshadow colors and blushes kind of situation, and I love the colors, but the thing I found when using this, I don't even know if I got around to showing this on YouTube. I tried it out a few times in real life and I just feel like all of the colors just like merged together, and it was really hard to like create a really nice unique look each time because all of the colors just looked so similar once you actually applied them to your eye. I was just so like underwhelmed. Like it's just, I don't know, it's just not something that I would ever repurchase or rave about. So I'm going to use this for my blush because I have another palette as well I want to show you for the eyeshadow that I was like, meh. I'm going to use a shimmer tulip brush and I'm going to go into the color Double Take, which looks like this. I mean, you know, it's Urban Decay quality, it is good quality, it's just the actual colors I'm just like not really massive on. The highlighters themselves too, like they feel very dry and like chunky and I don't know, just not the smoothest. Like this color here, low key, should be like the coolest color in the whole palette in my opinion, because it's like a duochrome like golden peach highlighter, but you have to like rub your finger in there a million times to get like a decent amount of color pigment. For a highlighter, I really didn't enjoy this one here by Covergirl. I love Covergirl. I think it's one of the best like drugstore brands there is. Their foundations, their like base products lately are just on point. I love their bronzers, great mascaras, eyeshadows, like so much good stuff. But this here, like, I just remember really struggling to make it work for me. I'm gonna take a detail face brush and just, you know, dip in there and get some product. It just clings. And even on skin without powder, it clings. The color itself is so beautiful, but it just goes so chunky. Each little like shimmer pigment just clings together and it just looks like this big stripe. It separates immediately. It just doesn't stay together. Even if I like swatch it on my actual like hand, it just clings to like any slight dry patch. You're not ever gonna be able to see that. Like you can kind of see where there's like big patches of it. Like even when you try to buff it out, it just doesn't seem to blend out very nicely. Like there was a lot of potential in this product because I like the way it feels. It's almost like a moussey kind of texture, but it just doesn't blend out well enough on the skin. It just looks too chunky. Oh no, I've got another one I don't like. Too Faced. Okay, honestly, oh my god. It just fell out of the packaging first of all, onto my crotch. Honestly though, like how often do I rave about Too Faced? Too Faced is one of my favorite brands. I love Too Faced. Not a lot goes wrong with them, like in my opinion. Like I love their eyeshadows. There's been a few things of course I don't love, but like majority of their stuff I love. This though like is just the worst color in history. I'm gonna apply on top of the other highlighter just because like who cares. Can you see that color? Why would I want baby blue cheekbones? Like someone please tell me. The actual like finish and formula I really like, but the color, I just hate the color so much. My mum looked at this and she was like, oh, I'll have that, like that looks beautiful. Like she was so drawn to the packaging, it looks stunning, and I was like, no mum, you'll hate that. And I just like swatched it for her, and even my mum who doesn't know a lot about highlighters was kind of like, the fuck? It's just such a strange color. Tell me someone that this would suit. Do any of you guys like this? Like I'd love to hear from you guys. Comment below if you guys have complete different opinions to me on some of these products. Are you listening to me right now and being like, bitch, what the fuck? Or like, do you agree? Next up is another disappointment palette that I just would never ever like recommend or repurchase. It is Bare Minerals, and Bare Minerals I've actually had a few eyeshadow palettes in the past that I've been so obsessed with. They seem to do really nice wearable palettes with really beautiful shades and like shimmers and stuff, but this palette here I just like didn't really understand. I think this was like a limited edition Christmas one or something. I don't think you can get any more, but it's the Bare Minerals Hidden Treasure palette, and like look at the friggin' shades. Like they're just a million of the same shade. All of these ones here like are identical. They're just slightly different undertones or a slightly different finish. There's like 6 different colors in this palette. Like let's be real. They could have cut this right down and not had this many shades because it's just so boring. For a neutral palette it needs to be, you know, at least slightly unique with a few different like undertones and different depths and stuff. Like this one, like obviously it has that, but there's so many colors and it's just so boring. There's so much wasted space in between each eyeshadow. The eyeshadow pans are tiny, so I don't know. I'm just going to take some of these shades. I'm going to take the shade Queen Tiffany Matte with a blender brush. I'm going to pop that straight on to the eyelid and in the crease. Like who wants to buy a palette with that many of the same shade? And they're all pale too. Like what are you going to do with that? Like highlight your brow bone in 6 different ways? It's definitely applying a little bit patchy on top of like some of these other crappy products we've put on our skin already. It's not the eyeshadow's fault though. I think it's kind of this Kylie stuff. I'm going to take this shade here called 180 by Decay on my finger. And I'm just going to press that on at the lid. This is supposed to be like a metallic finish and it almost looks matte. It is what it is. Also in this palette, like these 2 colors are identical almost. Like it's just underwhelming. I was so drawn to the palette at first too because I loved the like color selection, but it just honestly would like so disappointing when I actually like was trying to play around with the different like combinations. If I have an eyeshadow palette, I want to be able to create like a few different looks with it. Either that or I need it to just be like a solid like everyday palette that I can use like every day and not need to like dip into a different palette or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like what do you guys look for in an eyeshadow palette? What are your most important like things that the eyeshadow palette needs for you to like want to buy it? I'm going to take the shade Backtalk from the palette, which is like a peachy, pinky, undertone, neutral. Don't know. I'm just gonna buff that underneath my eye. Alright, so despite the fact that my eyeshadow looks very patchy on the top, we are going to move along. I was so excited to try these Wet n Wild metallic liquid eyeliners because I love colourful liquid eyeliner. You guys know me. I love the NYX ones. They've got like some of the best ones. I remember using this. I can't remember what the tutorial was, but it just like was so underwhelming. There's a pink one and a purple one. And like they just go on so badly, like so patchy and not consistent. These ones already look like they've like started to dry out. They don't go on opaque. Like let's do a little purple wing. They're supposed to be metallic, which is a word I feel like should be used very loosely with this product because it's a mild shimmer. I feel like I have to dip in like 80 times. Look at that, like there was one dip. Ugh. Comment below and let me know what is a product you've tried recently that you've just absolutely not understood the hype over. Oh my god, I just smudged it and it literally just like removed. Like it didn't even like stay at all. And it's just so chunky and sheer. Like can you see, like I've just kind of like applied it and it's got like, I don't know, like a little pattern where I've like applied the product. It doesn't like just go on nicely at all. It's definitely one of those products like if you're desperate you can make it work, but it's just gonna take you a while. And I don't have time for products like that. A coloured eyeliner I really want to try are the Fenty ones. Like I swatched them on my hand at Sephora and they felt like amazing and like went on opaque. So I really need to pick some of them up. Have any of you guys tried them? Are they good? It's like impossible to get a nice sharp line with this applicator. It also just looks like kind of wet. Like it's not like setting properly. I just don't understand what's happening with this product. I mean, on camera, once again, like I'm applying it and I'm kind of making it work because I'm trying really hard, but I shouldn't have to try this hard. This is why so many YouTubers, when they do videos like this, they just like apply the product really shockingly on purpose to like prove their point that it's like a shit product, but I'm actually trying to make them work. And you know, you can almost make anything work. So hopefully my explanations of each product are telling you why. For me, I just don't think it's worth picking up. Oh my god, it just went everywhere. It's just not drying. So that's another thing we have to deal with now. By the way, thank you for letting me know about different options for Q-tips. Apparently on Amazon you can get bamboo Q-tips, so I'll definitely have to look into that. I just worry about all the plastic, you know, from the middle of these. Like just something that's biodegradable at least would be good. Okay, so I'm gonna just hope that this dries because it still feels sopping wet and kind of waxy almost. Like it's a really weird texture. I don't think I have any mascaras here that I hate. I have this Ulta Beauty gel eyeliner in Plum. Why did I have this? Was this one of my worst rated of Ulta videos or something? I don't know. Can't remember what I thought of this. Why didn't I like it? I can't remember. I guess it's not very opaque. It's going on very patchy. It's like clinging to my skin, but it won't go on my actual waterline. Yeah, that's weird. Oh my god, this feels so uncomfortable. This eyeliner literally, like every time I look up, it's like gluing my eyelids shut. Have you ever like got eyelash glue in the wrong place or something and felt like that tacky, like, I don't even know how to describe it, it's so bad. These are going in the bin. So is this. Like, this is not drying. It's been minutes. Look at that. You can see where it's wet. It's been minutes. Okay, I'm just gonna put on some mascara. I actually like this. This is not a full face of terrible makeup because, you know, technically I like this. But, you know, you gotta try to get the clicks. Alright, a couple of lipsticks I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand why people like them. The first one was an Urban Decay Game of Thrones lipstick, and it's the Cersei Lannister metallic color, and I just don't understand the color because it makes me look like a zombie. I'm going to apply it and you guys can tell me, like, if you agree. Not to sound like up myself, but I honestly feel like usually I can make almost any lipstick color work, like with different makeup styles or whatever, but this one like just makes me look like a zombie. I don't get it. It's almost got like this weird like grey undertone. Like, I look sick when I put it on. It's so much worse in real life as well. Oh my god, my face is so orange right now. Like, this is just ugly. Like, it's just not pretty. I don't feel pretty wearing this lip color. And then the other product I just didn't ever get. The Gloss Bomb, the Fenty Glow. This color in particular, like, probably looks amazing on other complexions, but on my complexion, this is definitely a personal preference situation. On my skin tone, like, it just looks so ugly. I just don't like the color whatsoever. It's just like really orangey on me. Obviously I've got this, but I'll put some on top. Just don't like the way it looks. It actually kind of improved this lip color slightly because it made it look less metallic and more shiny, which I like. But yeah, I just don't like this either on me. Is anyone else the same? Like, I feel like there's such an unpopular opinion because everyone loves this. Another lip gloss I really did not like either is YSL, and this is their liquid color balm. I was just so underwhelmed by these as well. I was swatching on my hand. Just such a weird texture and just doesn't sit nicely on the skin. It's patchy. I just feel like it's expensive for like the quality. Like, it just doesn't match like the Rouge Volupte kind of quality I expect from YSL. It smells really strong as well. Like, I'm just not a big fan of the scent. Personal preference once again. YSL lip products for me like hold a really special place in my heart because, you know, like they were some of my favorite high-end luxury lipsticks like that I would buy way back in the day. I just feel like so luxe and pampered when I wear my YSL makeup, and that just didn't give me the same feeling. I don't know, I just feel like it was such a like dud for the brand. This lip gloss is like leaking into my mouth a little bit and it does not taste that nice. The final product, another setting spray. Milani Make It Last Matte. You guys have seen this in my videos. I hate it so much. I don't understand it and I'm finally throwing it away after this video. I've been waiting to film this video. Charcoal setting spray, and people were trying to give me tips on how to make it work, so we're gonna try some of your tips. First of all, people were like, are you shaking it? And I promise you I shook it every time. Shake, 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 shake. I will shake it for like 10 minutes if that's what you want me to do. They also said spray it from further away, so we're gonna give it a go. I literally got a straight arm right now. Can you see that? We'll see if it happens again. I'm gonna give it a couple of nice little courtesy sprays to try and, like, you know, make sure the spray spritzer is nice and clean. I'm going as far away from my face as I can. That's less than I would normally spray on my face. You know what? It's not as bad. Yeah, that's worse. It's just such a dodgy product though. Like, honestly, every time I've used it, I get like black dots all over my face. I've still got black dots on my face, but it's just way less noticeable than the last time. I promise you I did shake it though. Maybe it's because I've spent so long shaking it this time. Usually I just give it a quick, like, you know, 3 or 4 shakes, whereas this time I shook it like for a minute or 2 straight. Don't like it still. You can't change my mind even though this time it didn't happen as badly. I do have some globs on my face still. Maybe I finally just like used up all of the black stuff. Maybe it was just like settled in the actual like spritzer. There's like a little drip of black there, but you know what I mean? So there you go. Maybe I just had like a buildup of pigment or something. I'm still getting rid of it though. There we go. That is my products I don't recommend. Some of them I hated, some of them I just didn't understand, and some of them I just don't think is like worth a purchase because they're not like unique enough or whatever the reason. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, entertaining, something. Once again, comment below and let me know what is a product that you were, you know, really disappointed with recently, or something that you just think you would never purchase. I would love to know because I'm really curious about these kind of things. Bye!